Yeah, what's up, everyone? Good morning. Welcome to today's office hour. Just get more people. Let's get more people in. So you could publish it on Slack or reach out to your peer groups on maybe WhatsApp or Telegram. Let's get more people in. Everyone? Good morning. Reach out to your peer group on on WhatsApp. Let's get more people in. So let's discuss today low fidelity, high fidelity. So reach out to people on Slack that you know, and let's get more people in. Let's discuss. Okay. So today we'll be discussing week 6. I'll be discussing basically low fidelity and high fidelity. Right. So let's get more people in. Let's wait for more persons to join. And we move. If you have questions, also do well to fill the form. So I'll be using the form I'll be using the form basically to, answer questions. It's easier for me that way than picking your questions on YouTube. Okay, let's go. All right. So low fidelity, high fidelity interaction design. Okay. Yes, good morning. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I'm still waiting for more persons to join. I'm trying to get through your questions to see, to answer questions basically for your. Okay. Okay, let's go. All right, can we get started now? Oh, yeah. Happy New Month, everyone. Thanks so much for bringing that to my mind. Happy New Month, everyone. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, can you just indicate? I want to know how many persons can hear me, if you all can hear me. Okay. Thank you so much for confirming that. All right, so let's get right into it. All right. Thanks so much. Okay, so yes, low fidelity, high fidelity. I know you all have lots of questions on the tags. The tag says using your user flow, come up with low fidelity and high fidelity designs for your ideas. With your high fidelity designs, prototype the screens and important flows, adding interactions. All right. I know now there are resources that you all should have watched, right? Explaining low fidelity, high fidelity, and doing interactions. But to make this class very much interactive, so this is what we are going to do, right? We'll do it randomly. If you know that you had a very interesting idea or that you chose to work on, can you drop your free jam link on YouTube here right now? I'm going to pick your Fig Jam link. We are going to open your Fig Jam link. We are going to use your own work to create low fidelity, and we're going to create high fidelity. I'm necessarily not going to do all of the screens, right? I'm just going to show you how you go from your user flow to your low fidelity, and then to your high fidelity, and then prototyping, right? Okay, so I'll be waiting. The first person to drop your Fig Jam link where you have your user flow. I'm going to show you how you from your user flow create low fidelity and high fidelity designs. So I'll be waiting for the fastest person to drop his or her Fig Jam link. All right. Let's count 1 to 10. 1, 2. If you drop after 10, I mean it's just the first person, right? All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just drop a link, please, someone. 8, 9, and 10. All right. Just drop the link. I'm waiting for the person that's going to drop link. So I'll not just be talking, vaguely. So I'll be able to show you how to go about it with your own, work basically. Because if I make use of a user flow I have currently, it might look like, oh, okay, this one's already perfect. And I mean, it's fixed and whatever. All right. So yeah. Nobody's dropping. I'm waiting. Nobody's. Wow. Where did you drop it? I said drop it on YouTube. Just copy the link and drop on YouTube. Or are you dropping it on where are you dropping it? I'm not seeing it. Oh no, like you guys need to understand that user research doesn't have to be perfect work. Like you just need to get that. User research doesn't have to be a perfect work. I'm just saying drop your Fig Jam link, like where you have your user flow, your personals, and all those stuffs. I mean, let's just make it easy for ourselves, right? Yes. I just need the link that has your user flow, your Fig Jam. Drop it on YouTube, like the way you're commenting. Just copy the link and paste it here. That's all I'm saying. Anybody? I can't see it, Ahmad Bolaji. Where did you drop it? Or is there a rule on YouTube that says you can't drop? Okay, you know what's gonna happen, right? Since you already want to drop, I'll go to your tags and pick one, a random person. That should work. I just wanted it to be someone that is on the call so that it makes so much sense. Oh, links can be pasted. Oh, okay. Thanks, Sam Daly. I just thought about that. Okay, you know what? Let's do something. Just drop it on what's it called? On Slack. Drop it on Slack. Just drop it on Slack. Drop it on Slack. Okay, I found one though that we could use. So we'll just use this person's work. Let me see. I'll call the person name in case the person is there. Lucky Ovasa, I think. Yeah, that's the name of the person. So I don't know if you are permitted to use your work. I know you're submitting for grading, so it's still all for educational purposes. I'm not really going to be grading your work here. I'm not going to be judging your work at all. All right. Okay, so we are opening Lucky's work. So here's Lucky's work, everyone. Nicely done. Oh, this is very rich. Okay. All right. So Lucky, this is actually splash screen and not flash. All right. So that's been nicely done. All right. So let's get right into it, right? Okay. So let's get right into it. All right. So I'll be showing you how you can go from from user flow to prototyping. That's interaction, right? With Lucky's work. All right. So this is Lucky has a what it calls a splash screen, then he has a start screen, and then if you're a first-time user, takes you to sign up. If you're not a first-time user, takes you to log in. After signing up, you create a profile for your pet, then takes you to dashboard, and on and on and on. I'm not going to be showing everything, right? Like I said. Okay, so let's get right into it. Let's go back to UI UX class. We have splash screen. We have blah, 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 blah. So now we are starting fresh. We're calling this, let me make it quite interesting a little bit. All right, let's go. Calling it low fidelity. Low fidelity. Okay. Okay, so yeah, low fidelity, right? Using Lucky's work. So if you see from here, Lucky says we have a splash screen and we have a start screen. Okay, I'll be interpreting exactly what is in this user flow. So if you want to start doing the user flow, first thing, it takes a screen. I always love using they've taken it out. What the hell? All right, they've taken out the 11 Pro. Oh, wow. Interesting. All right, let's just pick the 14 Pro. Okay. Okay, so this is low fidelity, right? So first is what? Splash screen. Splash. So I'll assume Lucky is creating an app for pets. Join me in doing a little bit of work on creating a logo for Lucky's work. How do we create something interesting? I'm not a brand designer, but we can create something interesting. I'm thinking of pets, something around pets. Okay, pets should be, let's do a little bit of arrangement here. Okay, I'm not sure if this makes sense, but we can make sense out of it. Okay. And make sense out of it. Can even nature take? Yeah, 0. No. Okay. So let's just assume this is our logo. Just forgive whatever jargons you've seen there, right? Okay, so let's go. Let's just assume this is a logo, for example, for the pet, right? So I'm just assuming I just created this logo. All right, for the app, that's Lucky's app, Splash. Okay, so yes, this is the splash screen. All right, we are just doing lo-fi, right? Now after Splash, Lucky says there's a start screen. A start screen is more like a welcome screen. All right, so let's just move this here, delete this, and let's have welcome screen. Welcome screen. All right, so on a welcome screen, ideally you want to start seeing things like I'm trying to check something. All right, so you want to start seeing things like welcome to, let's call Lucky's work, I'm trying to make sense of it, live pet. Crazy name. All right, live, no, pets guide. All right, sorry, not Mac Pro. Oh, okay, so we can use Mac Pro to, let's call it pet guard. Just forgive the name if it sounds very weird. All right, but let's call it pet guard, right? So on this screen, we are telling our users, sorry, before you go on to just type in, right, you want to make sure you have your grid, your layout grid. Come here, you change it to columns, mostly a column of 4, and then you give a margin of 16 left and right. Now, this is a mobile app. The reason why I'm doing a mobile app is because Lucky's work, I mean, I'm just assuming it's a guard app for pets, so it's obviously a mobile app. You want to access it real time, right? So that's really it. So that's really it, okay? Yeah, so let's keep going, all right? Okay, sorry. Okay, so let's talk about this start screen, welcome screen. So we are having terms like welcome to pet guard. I'm coming and I'll just size it, it's supposed to be bold. I'm assuming DM sounds would be better. Welcome to pet guard. Then you might want to have some text. This is lo-fi, right? So I'm just telling you how I do lo-fis. Okay, so this is welcome to pet guard. Pet guard is just carry text and put there, right? So let me just go to content reel, and just pick a lorem, right? All right, so I just kept lorem. About that. Okay, welcome to pet guard. Could even make it a little more interesting and bring our logo here, welcome to pet guard. Yeah, all right. Then when you're doing this, right, some of the things you begin to take note of is your spacings. Ideally we should have for our status bar, in case you don't know what status bar is, coming trying to find where you get status bar. Just forgive me to skip. All right, well, I'll just put this here at the top. A status bar is just like at the top of your icon, your battery, your, just permit me to just put this gray at the top, right? Okay, so welcome to pet guard, story. It as the size here, and the one here as 16. Okay. So if you check the spacings here, 16 and maybe 8. Okay. Welcome to pet guard. All right. So let's just keep going. Obviously your okay, I have the design system. Just use it. Okay, so yeah, we have all our colors, black and white. Welcome to pet guard. And then maybe we are having a screen that is saying, after all this story, then we are supposed to have a button. I'm just giving an assumption with Lucky's work. So to have a button here that says get started, right? A button with a height of 48, saying get started. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. So you just want to keep all your colors black and white, grays, not too much story. So the button saying get started. Okay. All right. So give it 16 and medium. Keeping it balanced a little bit. All right. So let's take this out. All right. So the button here says it says get started. And then, or it could even be at the bottom, right? Just for a little bit of balancing. Right. Get started. Blah 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 blah. I'm just using this as an example. So it could be, and this could be a welcome screen, and then in your case of a mobile app, instead of having just a welcome screen, some apps have welcome screens, you have what we call onboarding screens, right? So let me give a sample of that. So in case what Lucky is saying in terms of welcome screen is onboarding screens, right? So for onboarding, you will definitely have this text. So let's just keep that. This is the text. I advise that in your onboarding, okay, let's just use pet should be protected, or protect your pets, or monitor your pets, right? So I'll be deleting this. I'll be assuming you're having an onboarding, right? And then I'll also be assuming that, make sure to always check that you are following your grid, even in your low fidelity. Remember, this is still low fidelity. All right. So we're assuming we are going to have an image here, basically. Let's just pick a frame. All right. So we're going to have an image here. I'll have the view for it here. All right. Okay. All right. So just assume we have an image here, right? You're going to have an image there. You want to check for the spacing between these. Let's just make it 48. Remember the 8-point grid system, right? You want to check for the spacing between these guys. So let's even assume we align these guys to the center, right? Instead of having it there. let's assume it's somewhat like this, monitor your pets, and then you're going to have, what's it called now? This action. So let's make it a bit spicy instead of the normal way, right? These small boxes, let's make it 8, and then I add the auxiliary around it. And yeah, this guy is a little bit darker. Remember, everything is still gray. Don't forget, everything is still gray, and then you're adjusting, monitor your sizes. See this, the distance between here and here is 49. Make sure to first check this 8. I had the auto layout to it, and then 48 spacing, and then distance between these is, I'll just make it 8. Okay, it looks better now. So yes, the lo-fi and hi-fi can both be a website, right? So this is an example of onboarding, monitor your pets, let me just find something. Safeguard your pets. Okay, and then be the parent that you really are. All right, so the reason why I'm doing this like this is because it can't break, right? So in case you have that kind of situation, yes, it's totally fine that, yeah, it's totally fine that, they are breaking into 2 lines. Be the parent that you really are, just make sure your spacing is still 48. You see that's adjusted to 40. It's meant to be 48. Just make sure it's still 48, and then this and this is still 8. All right. Okay, so just move it a bit. All right, so that's it. We assume there are images here. So this is example of lo-fi. Let's go back to Lucky screens. Lucky say if you're a first-time user, it tells you to yes, get started, log in, sign up, or you log in, right? Get started. So I'm just assuming get started is the word, so on this last screen, which when they scroll to, we can say we want them to either get started or then to log in, right? So let's make it a little bit interesting with how we've been going from the past, right? So we'll call it login. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So we have get started or login. Don't forget that even from here, we should check the spacing between your work, right? This one is saying 1 to 1. I'll just make it 1 to 8. Just make it 1 to 8 here. Then here we have to make it lesser. We'll make it 64. And then the distance between these two, maybe make it 8. No. Oh, it's meant to be horizontal. Okay. All right. 8. Yeah. Okay. So either you log in or let's say make it 16 if it works. 16 works. All right. Log in or you get started, right? So remember, these are just samples. All right. Okay, so onboarding, blah, 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 blah. Or we could even do it this way, whatever you want your work to be, right? So when you have these screens, you're having next, fix your copy, whatever works for you, right? Next, come in, yeah. And then for this one, you're having get started. I should have just added auto layer, so these things are fixing. But then, yeah, so you haven't get started. Then let's assume welcome screen then comes after your onboarding. From splash goes onboarding, then comes your welcome screen. And then on your welcome screen is where you now have, your login or your sign up, right? create an account, you know, whatever be the way you think your work to be, right? So just make it work, you know, switch, create an account, and log in. You know, all of these are still, but make sure your layout when you're doing low fidelity. Never forget this. Your most primary work is your layout. Your layout. How are your work arranged, right? So your layout. Okay. So now we have onboarding. If you go back to Lucky is saying sign up or log in or create a profile. So let's be quick about that. And let's see how we can have sign up and login screens quickly. So permit me to just pull this work that I did here, you know, for you guys in the past, right? I hope you're following. Are you all following? Oh yeah, sorry, someone was helping me correct. That was clearly, you know, typo. Sorry, so I was really looking for the 11 Pro. I don't know why I don't like the size of this. Okay, this is 375, also 375. I mean, we started with this already, so let's just continue, right? I don't just like the size, it's just too big. And then you're obviously not designing for. All right, let's just move on, right? So I'll just take these guys real quick. Log in, just bring it in here. I mean, don't forget we are still doing lo-fi, right? All right, we are still doing low fidelity. Okay, so let's have login with email address here. So it's 24. Then with the logo 48 here at the top. Should we make it 32? Okay, 32 seems good. Let's adjust it to the top a little bit. Login, we have email address there. So then we have our login button. Login button. All right. I mean, I'll pretty much just extend this to the end because it should be extended. If not, for okay. Okay, yeah. All right. Let's make it 64, 48. 48 is cool. All right, so this is sorry. Yeah. All right, so just call this login, you know. I mean, I'm trying to watch time, you know. Then we can have this guy here say don't have an account, you know, create an account, you know, everything is still whatever. Okay, so 16. Remember, it's still lo-fi, you know, everything is still black and white, you know. So yeah, I'm just delete this guy out here. All right, so we have login for pet guard. Is it pet guard? Yes. Then let's go to sign up. Then sign up. Then sign up. So let's create an account, you know, create an account, you know. So in creating an account, there's quite a lot more work. Let me just to lay out the old guys together so that anything happens to all. All right. Okay. I don't know why this is looking weird, but then why is it outside? Okay, let's go. All right. So yeah, we'll first name, maybe last name, then email address, then password. I'm just being real quick, right? Create an account. Create your account. Create, if you won't make your copy interesting, create my account, right? Just whatever works, you know. Already have an account. Then log in. All right. So let's fix this. Okay. I never need to use the button. All right. So create my account. Already have an account, login. All right. So we have create an account already. Don't forget, always check for your spacing, your heading. What's the spacing? Make sure it's consistent. See, this is not consistent. I'm just going to do something interesting here, and just so this should be 32 like it is here also, and then I think 24 is cool. 24 seems cool. Let's make it 24 here and here too. 24. Okay. Your spacings are one of the things you focus on in lo-fi. So yeah, let's make 1 to 8, or 1 to 8 seems farther. Let's make 96, to the top. From here to here should be, oh yeah, it's not 96 here. Okay, let's do some interesting things here. Okay, so let's just make it 96 also, everywhere 96, 96, 96, 96. All right. So that's just, it's just samples, right? This loop to down, let's push it up twice. Okay, 80, we've made it 80, or maybe should have one more time. All right. So that's that. So yeah, this is you create an account, and then there is from here, there is what? Okay, create your pet profile, blah blah blah, and then your dashboard. Okay, pet profile. Let me just assume I'm doing it really fast. Pet profile. I don't know the infos you want to collect, create. Let's call your pet profile. Create your pet profile. So you call name, pet type, maybe, a dog or whatever, pet name. Then there's definitely no email address. And then maybe image, I'm just not gonna prioritize these guys now, but let's add little spice. I just like adding spice a little bit, unless I have a text that just says attach image, blah 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 dot. I'm not going to be thinking this too much, right? At this point, right? Okay, so let's go. Yeah, all right. Create your pet profile. Okay, so create. Maybe it's create profile. All right, yeah. Okay, so create profile. Yeah, we won't have this. All right, so that's all. Let me just stop here for lo-fi. Right, you see it's already a lot of screen. And then dashboard. I don't know how your dashboard wants to look like. I don't want to start figuring that out, but then I'm hoping let's just create a demo screen for dashboard. Let's just say this is dashboard. Dashboard. On the dashboard, you may want to have welcome Isaiah. So remember to keep these guys consistent. Welcome Isaiah, even 24. Then you may have how is Lucy. So assuming my pet is Lucy doing today. All right. I'm just trying to make things really quick and add Libby spice, not make it too boring. All right. So yeah, how is Lucy doing today? Cut it. Yeah. All right. Now welcome my child Lucy doing today. Okay. Then I'm hoping, what else do you want to have in dashboard? Maybe his health. I don't know what Lucky's work is about, right? That's the reason why I'm just doing my own thing here. I'm just assuming, right? I'm just assuming here. So I'm just saying, let's fill this hub. Sorry. So let's just assume that we are checking his health, and then we are checking some other infos here. 3. Okay. Okay, so let's just move on then. I don't really know the kind of content that should be. It's not one I'm conversant with. If it was fintech, it would be very easy to just slap some things around there, But then I'm just gonna hope that I'm doing something that makes sense here now. All right, so let's just add this. Let's make it 32. It's gonna have some text, right? Welcome, how is Lucy doing today? Then maybe pet food for Lucy. I'm just trying to add some spice there. Food for Lucy. Put a different 8 here. You could scroll through. Then sorry, I mean it was supposed to be safeguard, right? But then protect Lucy, so just make it 8 here. And all your content that should be on your work, all of them should be filled at this point, right? Just fill up your content. Don't get things messed up, right? Just always fill up your content, right? So 32. Yeah. I'm going to assume something real quick. I'm not sure I should do that, but let's see. Taking so much time with lo-fi, so much time. All right, I'm just going to jump right into hi-fi, right? So let's jump into hi-fi. So let's say we want to do hi-fi right now. So I'm just going to keep duplicating all these guys and do a little bit of work quickly, on them. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, let's see. Just drop all these guys here. Just duplicate all of them here real quick, and let's go quickly and run some alignment here. Yep. All right, let's go. I don't know what color makes sense for pets, but I want it to be a little bit interesting, like the claws of a dog. That's really the inspiration behind this logo, in case I didn't mention that. All right. So I'm just going to go with random colors, right? I'm not sure they make so much sense. Does black make sense there? Don't know, maybe. All right, so just take that as that. So yes, we are here now. I'm assuming our primary color. You must have your style guide designed, right? So let me just use what I have here, as my primary color. Let me just define the style. I have a primary color style here, but let me just work around it. Let me make this guy the primary color. I'm not sure it makes sense for primary color, but let me just edit the style here. All right. I hope you guys are following. Okay. So yeah, let me just edit the style here. And then I wish I could get this stuff here. Sadly, I can't. Okay. I mean, I'm talking about the heading for this guy. I'm thinking through some of the projects I have that I could get it from. Let me see. Come in. Just give me a minute. Let me see. Okay, we'll do that at the end. That will be like some finishing touch. All right. So first things, like our style guide, then let me just define also what I'll call button text color, crystal, and edit text color, how the properties, right? I don't want text color to be too dark, so that's why I'll just put it here. Then what again will I need? All right, let's keep going now. All right, so first off, let's go to Unsplash and drop some image in here of dogs. Or I may just search for pets and see what Unsplash gives us. Pets. Okay, so not sure if it's gonna make sense, but yeah, slash that there. Let's put this here, and I love this one with plain backgrounds, right? Let's make it more interesting. All right, so we have these, we have these. Oh, does it look like it's the same thing? And then we have this. No, it's the same yellow color. All right, so let's make this, and then let's make this. You think? Does it make sense? Is it cool? Do we have this instead? Okay, let's just go. I mean, we don't have time. We don't have time. On the splash. So let's see if we'll get a plain background with cats, a cat or something. Yeah, okay, this is cool. I love this. Love this. Love this. It's not totally plain though. Oh, okay, this one was plain. This one was plain. And this cat looks very good. Love this cat. Oh, sorry. This is cool. Okay. Sorry, I like the previous one. Where is it? Sorry. Okay, let's not get too into this, right? I mean, you do all of your work. So quickly, all this your text, you're going to select text color for it. I'm selecting text color for all the text here. Text color, because I didn't use total. Like I've always mentioned, for this one, it's going to be primary color. That's going to be this one here. You can see the primary color. So this one has to be this guy on this part. So it's going to be the primary color. We have next here. Next is going to be the primary color here. You know, while this guy is going to be a white color. Permit me just to pick white for my design system. But then you should have all these styles, whatever designed, right? Primary color and white, or make sure to define all your styles. Then get started also primary color and white. Remember, this is not perfect. I'm trying to run through all of this in 1 hour, right? Not sure it's going to be very cool, very sweet, but then I think it makes a little bit of sense. Okay, so let's come right here and fix this logo too, right? The size here is 50, so let me just pull this guy. It's 52 here. Let me just pull this guy here. Okay, it's not 52, it's 82. So and then just make it 50. Yes. All right, so it fits in. I'll take this one's out. Welcome to Pet Guard. Create an account. Should be primary color, and then this guy will be white. Right. The primary color feels a little dull, and this is supposed to be a pet app. Should it be a little bit exciting? All right. So remember, colors can play a very great role in how your work is perceived, right? Okay. So for this guy, we could have the primary color over here, and then we could also have the primary color here. How does that look? Login. I don't know if that makes sense, but just help me manage it, right? For here we're having white, and then for here we're having the primary color. So I'm just showing you how you can see how I'm adding, all of this work here. For here, all these black text colors. Let me duplicate this guy everywhere. My time is almost up, sadly. Okay, let's still try our best to reach somewhere interesting. I'll show you. We'll be close to prototyping very soon. Or let's say we are close to prototyping already. All right, so I'm just going to first select all the black that's in here so that we don't waste time. All these ones here, and make it the text color. Permit me to do that, so that we don't waste time. Quickly, the text color. Yeah, right. So and this particular gray is very common, right? Can I just change this particular gray everywhere? I think I have seen it. See if I can do that. Look like I want to do some magic that may eventually fail. Did it work? Oh yeah, it did work. Okay. Then this guy is here, and this guy here, only white. Yeah. All right. So, Okay. Added a little bit of juice here. So I don't know how this guy should look, but I don't know what content should be in there. There's no time for the content right now. But then I'm going to make it a bit more interesting. Add a white, add an effect, 0, make this 8. Let me see how it looks now. Does it look good? Yeah, it's slick. All right. If you look into it, you see it's a little bit slick here. They will hardly be around it's 4. It looks slick. All right, so at least we've started taking it into i5, even though we don't have content for it. All right, so let's do the same for these guys here. Come and add an effect of shadow, slam this to 0, make this 8, make these, leave that at 4. All right. Okay, so I don't have so much info to make this. What about to make this totally interesting? Okay, this one. So for this one that is still gray, you just begin to take out all the gray. That's really the work you're doing, right? Attach image. Let me add a stroke around it and make it be more interesting. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we have made it interesting. What do you guys think? Attach image. It looks a little bit much more interesting now than what it was before. It still has this gray there because you should click on it, attach image, but then it looks a little bit much more hi-fi now. All right, so sorry that we had to rush everything, but then you get a point of lo-fi, picking out all your ideas, sketches. They are helping you. You can see how fast I designed the hi-fi, and look at how long it took me to do the lo-fi. So even at companies, right, there are certain projects I've worked on where we even were prototyping from lo-fi, and then doing all the changes on lo-fi, because when you do all your hi-fi, you have to start looking for colors, looking for so many stuffs, right? Yeah. Okay. So there's no amount of lo-fi or hi-fi. There's no amount of lo-fi or hi-fi that you should create. It should just be what works for your projects, really, ideally. Do you get? Yeah. All right. So let's go. So let's prototype, right? So this is prototype. I know I can't explain prototype well, but then your splash screen, every time you come to your splash screen, your splash screen should take you to this home screen, right? And what happens when your splash screen takes you to this screen? It is supposed to be after delay, right? Every time you open an app, there's a splash screen that comes up, WhatsApp, and then you see all your chats, right? So that screen is called your splash screen. It goes on after delay, after a certain time. So the prototype effect you use is after delay. Please do well to watch this video after now again so that you could get it right. So I'm just putting, I don't know how 800 milliseconds is 0.8 seconds. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks like it's too much. Let's make it 1000, make it 1 second. 1 second seems very small. Let's make it 1.5 seconds, right? Okay, so, and let's dissolve. Let's use dissolve. You can see instant means it just shows. Dissolve means it kind of comes in, right? And then when you come to onboarding screen, you want to click on next to take to this screen, just dissolve out, no, instead of dissolve out, right? So to make it more interesting, you just have to make it slide in, right? More like it's replacing the other one there. So let it slide in, like it's taking the other guy out, and then this guy, you want it to also slide in to the left, right? Just slide in, because that's how your scroll is really happening, right? Then when you click on get started, get started is not going to slide now. Get started is going to dissolve. Let it dissolve in, right? Then once you click on get started, if you click on login, takes you to login here. It's just going to dissolve in. If you click on create an account, it takes you to sign up here, so once you log in, you fill all your information, it takes you to this guy here, your not your pet profile, your dashboard, right? And then once you come here and click on create my account, it takes you to create an account for your pet. Once you create an account for your pet, then it takes you here to your dashboard. I mean, this is really, really fast, right? So I'll just name this flow UX class. Okay, so let's prototype. So now when you're on the prototype, because this is a mobile app, if it's for web, it's the same thing you're going to do. In my office, on Thursday. I'll try and touch web. I hope it's not too late for you guys. But then, I mean, other tutors are also going to cover, right? So since I picked the 14 Pro, I'll just pick the 14 Pro device. When you come to prototype, right, you see device, you can select the device you want, to prototype with. Because I'm prototyping a mobile screen, that's why I'm selecting, a mobile. So let's see how it looks. I already have 4 minutes. I mean, I should have rounded up. So, but let's see. We try to cover, all and how you should do it, right? Okay. You can see that I didn't even notice the splash screen. Okay. So you can see, so the splash screen comes up first, and after a while, it dissolves away. Pet guard, monitor your pets. Next, you can see it's sliding in. Safeguard your pet. Next, you can see it's pushing that guy. And then get started. It dissolves in. Welcome to Pet Guard. Story. Login. If you enter a login information and click login, takes to the dashboard, right? So let's just do a quick restart again. So if you press next, get started. If you press create an account, it asks you to create an account. Then if you create an account, create for your pet profile, blah, 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 create profile, it takes you to the dashboard. I know this is not in-depth, right? It's more like a scrap on the top, but then I've showed you how to take your user flow from just user flows with diagrams and dashes and directions and explanations and databases and decisions and options to creating a lo-fi and then creating an hi-fi and then prototyping your work, right? So this is exactly what we expect from you to submit. You take your work from lo-fi. These things are not hard. You need to dedicate time. Design is hard, right? This morning alone, before this class, I designed onboarding. This is onboarding screen, this 3 screen. I designed this 3 screen for 1 hour, 30 minutes. Even though designing fast looks like, sometimes, yes, we design very fast and looks like magic. I designed a whole product over the weekend before. From the everything about the product was designed over the weekend, right? I've done that before, but then this morning I still designed on onboarding, just 3 onboarding, just this, right? For a project for 1 hour, 30 minutes. I mean, it looks so, but then it looks very small, like, hey, just splash some image around. Yeah, but then requirements, recommendation, so many steps going into it, right? Design takes time. Please do not expect to just spend 2 hours per day on your design and it's totally done. If you get a job, you'll be working 8 hours per day on design alone. So how can, when you are practicing, you are working less than 8 hours, and when you want to get a job, how do you expect to meet up with working 8 hours? You just burn out. So you need to train yourself, train your body to be able to meet up with the demand. It is stressful, it is taxing. Some of you all have resumed school, everything is stressful. And I know that's the reason why we have a large drop of numbers on people, that are really following, like coming to live classes. There's a large drop. Yes, I know it's because a lot of people have resumed that people are unable to follow. But then I want to tell you once again that design is hard work, like really, really hard work. Design is not a cheap way to take. Design is not a cheap way to making money in tech. Just deaden that from your mind. If not, you are going to shortchange yourself in your career. So if you want to do best, you want to do great work, do not get tired when it is stressful. I mean, I know senior designers that are even still, now sleeping less is not a glory, right? But then for them to be able to meet up with demand of work, they have to sleep less, they have to work. There are certain times where we were always on meet calls, Google Meet calls, encouraging each other over the night, because we're always working overnight, right? Everybody working their different jobs. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be clean. It's not going to be smooth. But then that's why the deadlines look like they are unrealistic. They are very realistic, like very, very realistic. There was a time that we had to design a product overnight because a demo was the next morning. So it is realistic. What will you say at that time? I mean, your salary is at stake, right? So if we are giving you a 1-week deadline, like, it is very realistic in the job market. Like, that's how it works, right? Except in your first career, you are going to work in Google, where they have like 1 year to launch just search bar, or you are working with Facebook, where for them to change their icon, it takes them 2 years to decide whether to change their icon or not. And then you can just even work 1 hour per day and enjoy for the rest of the day. And that's not a reality for us in Nigeria as creatives. So you want to make sure that you are putting in the work, and then you are working really hard, right? Yeah. All right. So please, as much as possible, I just wish you guys good luck. I wish to see your grade submissions, right? We are really going to grade your work. Every challenge you have in grading, we're going to grade. If it's about grading, don't just worry yourself. We're going to grade, right? Grading is really hard. Thousands of tasks are being submitted every day, right? So it's really hard for us to keep up. We are going to work towards it and work really hard towards it, right? Okay. So thanks so much, everyone, for joining. If you have questions, do have to drop them on the Google form, right? Yeah, so the next tutor is going to answer your questions. I wish you guys good luck. Look forward to seeing your great submission. Yeah.